So, I'll quickly explain this. Okay, we already saw we got the chickens all floating around in the water, and they won't fall down and suffocate themselves. Occasionally there's one that'll fall down, but we go down in here, and we can see that they end up bopping back up really quickly, like before they can actually drown or anything. We'll even see one float along like that now and then. But their eggs are all going to fall through, and the water channel's going to channel them all over to that spot we saw over there. And we can go down here. I'll dress this up a little nicer later. And the eggs will all end up down at the end of this water canal. Now what happens when I push the button is the redstone signal comes down the steps and it hits and turns on this RS NOR latch. So that's going to send power to that first piston. That first piston pops up and stops the water flow, and that's important. It's important that the water flow stops so that any eggs that are here become completely stationary. And as long as they're completely stationary, after a couple seconds of delay based on these repeaters here, then the second piston pops up. And there's a weird thing that goes on that when you seal off, when you've got something in there and you pop the piston up and it's solid blocks all the way up, it just takes whatever's in there and ejects it to the surface. So then the timer continues on until finally it switches off and it turns off both pistons. So it's important that first piston pops up first, slows down and stops the motion of the eggs. Then after a set time, the current comes around and turns on the second piston and it pops the eggs up, and then there's a little more lag time needed for the eggs to pop up, and then it drops both the pistons. So that's basically how that works, and it looks like I tunneled out a little bit more space than I really needed, but I'm still a little sloppy with the redstone, and I want lots of space to be able to walk around and do maintenance and stuff like that, and that's why I made so much space in here. And I light it up really good so I can always see well down in here. One more torch over here, maybe one over here. So I'll dress it up a little bit later, fill in all the gaps and whatnot, but for now I'm just going to hit the button again and get more eggs and call it an end. Let's get the rest of the eggs here. Yay. And up comes more eggs. Yay! I love that. That's just excellent. Saves me having to run around collecting eggs. And I'll show you one more thing about this that I think is really good too. So let's come down here. And if I'm down in here and I decide I'm going to kill a chicken. Oops. That wasn't what was supposed to happen. I wasn't supposed to actually get the chicken I was killing. Darn. It was supposed to fall. Okay, let's kill another one. Darn, and I got it again. Jeez, this is brutal. I'm getting stuff way before I'm supposed to. Okay. See, that time the feather and the chicken fell. So we'll wait a few seconds. And then we'll hit the button. That should be about long enough for everything to flow. See that? I even get the chicken and the feathers. But the one thing I don't get, and that's why I need these stairs to stay open for me to go down, is I don't get the experience orb. The experience orb won't pop up. So there, I have to have this spot open to come down and get the experience orb. So if I go on a killing frenzy and kill lots of chickens, then I can get all their goods and then go down there and get all the experience and still be able to get the chicken and whatnot by hitting the button here. Now I'll put buttons on two more sides, so whatever angle I feel like standing on, I can get the goods here. So, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed watching me set up this chicken farm here. It was a lot of fun. It's going to produce a lot of chickens for me, and you'll see in the future lots of chicken come out of this farm. And thanks for watching. And until next time, Neofizz signing out.